Hey guys, it's Jonathan from Motorsports. Right next to me we have a 1947 Lincoln Continental. We're going to do a full walk around, we're going to show you all the features, and we're going to take it for a test drive. Be sure to like and subscribe below so we can give you more content. We're going to start off with the front fascia of this 47. I want you guys to notice that this is actually a prize winner. So it's a national award winner. That's pretty neat. This was a showcase in the early 90s through the 2000s, and then it was put in a garage, and that's when we acquired it. We had to rebuild the carburetor. We had to make sure that the engine was going to run properly, so we let the engine soak, and now it runs like a sewing machine. They call this thing a little Briggs & Stratton because the pistons are literally the size of a Briggs & Stratton motor, and there's 12 of them. So when you look at this, you're going to see this beautiful engine. It was restored in the 90s as well. You can see that it has dual ignitions. So when you fire it off, it has to actually rotate for the spark to occur. Then you have a single carburetor, and then there's a oil bath filter right there. And when I talk about this thing firing up instantly, it really does. We put a brand new battery in it, and we also installed a aftermarket fuel pump, 6 volt, to make sure that it always has fuel and it runs properly. Runs down the road with these. You can see your dual trumpets up here. And then there's a pump over there. If you look at it, that's a hydraulic pump. That's gonna run your top along with your windows, because this has power windows. Also, I'll show you a cool feature inside when we get in there. But the hood is extremely clean. It was a frame-off restoration, so we'll show you the photos in the gallery. Everything looks really nice. A little bit of pitting that's starting to show in the chrome, but it still is very, very, very clean. Let me go ahead and close this. Closes easily. Also, you have your markers here, the additional fog lights, which are run on a switch underneath the dash. As we walk down the side, look at how beautiful the fenders are. And then this also does have fender skirts. My favorite part about the car is this. Ready? It opens up for you. That's neat. Interior is complemented by the yellow with a beautiful green. Then you have your power windows. They say to not mess with these windows very much. They work excellent in this car, but imagine smelling hydraulic fluid if this thing started leaking. That's how it runs. It's running on a piston. It's crazy. Also, interior, super clean. The steering wheel is in excellent condition. You can see your Lincoln emblem right here. Really cool. Power top. This is a 47, just remember that, guys. You also have your radio and a working clock. You can hear it actually operating right now. 2,000 miles on the restoration from the 90s. You have your temperature, oil, voltage, and fuel. Let me show you this. Watch how amazing this is. So how to start it. Clutch in always. The emergency brakes works as it should. You're gonna pull this out. That's gonna get your ignition to fire off. And then you got your start button. It's on right now. That's amazing. And we also, the choke is perfect on it, so all you do is pull the choke out. If it's completely cold, it'll fire right up, and then you slowly push it in. Let me pop that hood again so you can see how smooth this thing runs. Can you go pull up on that? I'm also going to turn on all the lights. So you pull the light switch here, flip this, and you've got all of them working. The car is on right now. It's unreal. Look at that. How smooth is that? You can see the fan. So to keep the radiator cool, it's going right to the motor. It's direct drive for the fan. Let me give it a little bit of gas. This would be it. Now this is it. Isn't that neat? So smooth, and the transition shift's perfect. It's like art. Windows work as they should as well. So you can, look at that, 47 power windows. Remember, they're hydraulically operated. I'm gonna keep that down. That one works too. And then you have a power top as well. So this is pretty intricate. So you're gonna release your items right here. I like to fold this down. We're gonna give it a little press, and then we're gonna $47. I'll be quiet with the year. Just think about it, that's like 81 years old, 82 years old. Top works as it should. And look at how nice the interior is as it's going down. All the leather is really nice. And you do have your Panama jack hat, which is totally necessary for this car, and your radio, which does not operate. Got your glove box right here. Let's keep walking around the car. Oh, a little bit of felt popped off right here. It's just for the window track. It just slides into place. You can see how straight the body is. And you have your fender skirts right here. White wall tires. Those are a little bit older, so if you're going to be driving this thing quite a bit, I recommend getting a new set of tires. Underneath is extremely dry. Brakes feel great. There's no catching. This is where your fuel fill is. So when we did the essential rebirth of this car, we had to drop the tank, we replaced tons of filters, and we did the proper procedures for this engine to run properly. And it does, obviously you can see that. All the bright work in the rear looks great, all the chrome looks good. You've got your spare tire here, and then you can definitely fit some golf bags in here if you wanted to. How neat is that? This is the cover for the top. You've got a jack. Also, I know you guys are going to notice that the glass is missing. When it was in the garage, the glass was damaged. So, not from us, from when we acquired it. We've ordered new glass to put in place, so whoever purchases it will have that. As we look at the passenger side, extremely clean as well. And then, my favorite part, the doors. I want to show you something under the seats too. So, this car is really old, and it actually has heated seats, or heat for your feet. If you look underneath here with the camera, you're going to see that they ran hose from the heater or the radiator down under to your feet, and you can see the box right here. That's pretty technical for the age of this car. You've got your crank right here, and all the door panels are in excellent condition. This is your AC, if you don't have the top down. Just a really solid car. Let's go ahead and jump in it, and we'll take it for a ride around Ravenswood. We're inside right now. You've got the button on this side as well. How neat is that? On both, you got it on both sides. The dash is extremely beautiful. You've got, this is your central display. This would be like where your Apple Car Touch would be. You've got your cigarette lighter here, and there's cigarette lighters throughout. So if you look at the rear, they have a cigarette lighter for most of the patrons. There's one on that side and one on this side, and you have your little ashtray. You're not going to think that this is an ashtray right here, but actually it is. You pull it out, and you got your cigarette lighter, and you're good to go. On this side, you're going to have your light controls, and then when you have your light controls on, you're also going to have a switch here to turn on those amber lights that are in the front, in the bumper. This is going to be your choke. We're not going to need that because it's cold already. And then this is your ignition, so it locks and you can't pull it out. You're going to turn the key, pull it out. I always like to depress the clutch, and also notice, you don't have to, it's in neutral, but I do it anyways. We're not rolling. Clutch in, hit the start button, and we're on. We're gonna wait for the gate to open up, and then we'll take it for a little ride, and you guys can make your decision on if this is the right car for you. It's a pretty cool car to see driving down the road. Clutch feels good. So to shift it into second, clutch in. That's second. We've got a car in front of us. Let's test out the brakes. Brakes are even and they feel good. This cat doesn't. Nice and easy. Plenty of power from the motor. Second. It's so cool. The steering's pretty easy for the size of the vehicle. Let's get it up to speed here. So right now we're going 35, now 40 miles per hour with no issues. Hopefully the wind noise isn't a problem. I'm gonna try to move the microphone a little bit. There we go. Now we're in third gear. Feels good, we're going 45 miles an hour. 47 Lincoln Continental. If you have any questions, give us a call. 954-363-2261. We're gonna bring this thing back in before it starts raining. Please be sure to like and subscribe so we can give you more content like this. See ya. Okay, clutch in, first gear, so it'll be smooth like that. Roll the clutch out. Now you're gonna have second. And third gear. I need to go softer into the transitions. But if you do it soft, it won't, you're not gonna hear it grind. But we're going about 40 miles an hour, no issues at all. Please don't hesitate to call us if you have any questions. Thanks again. See ya.